Mr. Garcia. How are you? My name is Jay Nanda. I'm from the Nocturnal. I wanted to congratulate you on this season.
Thank you.
Amazing, amazing show. Groundbreaking, truly. So you've been part of Hollywood through so many different creative eras, big studios, big studio films, streaming today. How have you seen the craft of acting and storytelling evolve over time between all these different eras?
No, I don't. I think that the craft has been. I think the main a big transition, and it started with. I think with Montgomery Cliff in terms of film acting. Montgomery Cliff and Marlon Brando, and that kind of started to Jimmy Dean, and started to bring a sort of new naturalism to the work.
Yeah.
Not to say that the old work was not cool or not great, but there was a shift in the approach. And it is also influenced a lot by the teachers in New York City that were teaching, and in Europe, that were teaching a manner in which behavior and naturalism was part of, uh, say, the palette. The great teachers like Lee Strasberg and Sanford Meisner, and people in the group theater and in the actor studio, and Udo Hagen and Stella Adler. They started to educate a new sort of uh, evolution of the craft in a way.
Yeah.
It started manifesting itself on screen or on stage. So that's really, but
You're saying it's always been very consistent.
I think it's been,
Core, it's not.
yeah, I mean, but you go back to the era of, the Spencer Tracys of the world, and Humphrey Bogart, and you go like, well, there it was still, this is extraordinary actors, Cary Grant,
Yeah.
and the great comedians all the way back from, Chaplin and Buster Keaton and Harold Lloyd to Jacques Tati.
My father was Peter Sellers. I
Uh,
was a huge Peter Sellers fan.
yeah, me too. And Peter Sellers. I mean, these are extraordinary, genial talents. Peter Sellers is a genial talent. One of my top films of all time is Being There, so
Yeah.
yeah, I'm a big Sellers fan.
So you move between film, television, even music. Some people don't even realize that as well. You're such a renaissance man when it comes to art. What keeps you creatively curious? What makes you say yes to a project?
Well, I love the art form. I love to play with actors. If the material is good, that's the main thing.
Yeah.
And I know usually will try good actors, or a director that you admire that you might know. Sometimes you're working with a director you've never worked for, but the material speaks to you, and you go, well, who's in the movie? Who's going to be in the film? If you're the first board, if you're playing the protagonist, sometimes you're the first on board. And then you're really committing to the material and the director. And then you hope that the cast will fill in the people and you'll contribute ideas about who do you think for this part, and you can help maybe build the cast. But sometimes you're asked to come in and play, the antagonist or a supporting role or something, and there's a cast in place already, and that's also influential because you say, oh, I get a chance to work with Billy Bob.
Yeah.
And then I know he's in the show, and I'm going, so I got Taylor Sheridan and Billy Bob Thornton.
What else can you ask for, right? Last question here to wrap it up. What is it like to work specifically with Taylor Sheridan and with Billy Bob?
Well, Taylor is writing,
Yeah.
he created this part for me. He created this part for Billy.
Really
He
cool.
created the part for everybody that's on the show. He has very specific ideas
Yeah.
on who he wants to play these parts. And so I've said it, today a couple times, but to me, when Taylor calls and I want to write this part for you, it's like Shakespeare calling and saying, I want to write this part called Hamlet for you.
It's great. That's awesome.
So that's, it's when you're in the hands of someone, such a creative, maestro, really,
Yeah.
then you're just saying it's a utopian scenario.
Yeah.
And then you land and start working with Billy, who I admire so much. And then you start getting a chance to know and to work with some of the other
Right.
cast members, which I don't interact a lot, but in this season I do a little bit more.
Yeah.
And then we have new cast members like Sam Elliott, who's, I mean, sublime,
Yeah.
So it's like I said, it's a utopian place to
Right.
be,
The final question I'd like to ask you, what is one project that you watched that has come out recently that has really, really excited you about the industry?
All right, we're over time already.
Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry. That's fine.
Yeah.
They just
I have to think on it for a while, and
it's okay. That's fine.
we'll keep clicking.
It's fine. That's fine. Thank you so much. Hey guys, my name is Jay Nanda. I'm from the Nocturnal. Congratulations on an amazing season. So let's just get right into it. So this show drops everyone into such a vivid, high stakes environment. What was it like stepping into that world for the first time initially, and then like figuring out, who your characters are living within it?
It was a shock. It was an adjustment for sure, but I think everyone caught on so quickly, and just with the support of everyone that we work with, I think we fell into it incredibly fast.
Yeah, I mean, I auditioned with like my first 3 episodes. And we did the chemistry read
In Jackson Hole.
in Jackson Hole, Wyoming. And so, I mean, even that was a workshop within itself with Taylor, and then having the phone call with him and crafting the character, and it's such a delicate storyline that we wanted to share, and so it was definitely intimidating being on a show with like such big names, and it's the stakes are really high, and so going into it now, so
No, it's like
fun.
home.
Yeah, it is. It's home. We never want it to end.
Right. So working with such a big name, such a big talent, has any of the higher prestige actors working on the show, have they given you a piece of advice that's really stuck with you?
It's always a question.
That's a great question, and people ask it all the time, and I really think, and we've answered it this way, and it's the only way I know how. But it's not so much that they tell us or they come up and say, "Hey, you should try this or you should do that," because that's just not. You wouldn't do that
No,
to anyone doing their job.
they're very
I
respectful.
would never come up and say, "Hey, let's." I would recommend doing this to interview better. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
But what it's watching them. It's being able to be in the place with them and watch these professionals, these
Yeah.
outdoor legends
Yeah.
that are working and show you the right way without ever having to say a word. You just catch on to these amazing little things that they've got, and
Yeah.
these tricks and these things they do that you see.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
It's also just like been a thing, like if we have questions, we ask,
100%.
and they are very open to give advice if we need it.
Yeah. That's really nice to hear. So a very broad question about TV. I don't know how much time I have, but TV feels more cinematic than ever, and movies are sort of borrowing from TV's long form storytelling. From your point of view, where do you think the most exciting storytelling is happening right now? TVs or film?
Oh, I mean, there's a great mix of it.
There really is. I mean, personally, I think TV is probably the most popular form of it at the moment. And doing these, like, especially on the streaming platform now, you can. It's really like making a 10-hour long movie. You know, like Landman really
Really
is
is.
10-hour long movies because it's just one after the other. I mean, it's you break, but the next scene is literally the carryover. So it's yeah. To me, I would say TV.
Yeah.
Answer that.
And we have such a beautiful crew
We do.
with us that has worked with Taylor for so many years, and so there's so much trust in it, and I think that's what makes Taylor's work so good, because he has the same people doing it,
Exactly.
and that's what's so beautiful. It stays in house, really.
He puts a lot of trust in his people, and I put a lot of trust in him.
Yeah.
To wrap it up here, I want to ask one final question. What is one show or movie that you have to recommend to the person watching this interview right now? That you, other than Landman, of course.
Oh, Landman.
Yeah, Landman.
I'm not gonna lie, I've been so busy, I haven't seen any
I mean,
TV.
if you haven't seen Game of Thrones, you are living under a rock, and you should probably watch it.
I'm gonna try to get out from under that rock.
Give me one.
I
thing.
mean Breaking Bad. If you're
Breaking
gonna-
Bad.
Breaking Bad,
Alright.
yeah.
Pluribus is coming out. That's supposed to be really good.
I'd heard that.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
It'll be fun.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for your
Thank
time.
you,
This
thank
is
you,
so
thank
fun.
you, thank you,
Nice to
thank
meet you
you.
guys.